Let's get to it. St. Paul's getting their first taste of life in tough 6A Region 1. Baldwin County throwing the welcoming party. It's our game of the week.
First and 10's game of the week is sponsored by Green and Phillips.
So, was it a rude welcome? We know who has the answer. Here's a hint. The man with the plan. Hustle and Hal Cherokee's live at Simmons Field in Bay Minette. Hal, the defending 5A state champs, had their hands full tonight.
Bree, they really did, and it may be early in the season, but there was still a lot riding on this game. You've got Baldwin County hosting this game, trying to go 2-0 in region play, 3-0 on the season, rebound from last year, and then St. Paul's, as you mentioned, their first jump into the 6A waters and had something to prove. And if there weren't enough challenges already, add what Mother Nature did, dumping buckets of rain on this field just before game time. And let's look at what happened. It was a waterlogged Simmons Field tonight, and no amount of squeegeeing was going to dry it out. Tigers head coach Nathan McDaniel and his team hit the field with some special guests tonight to recognize Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. This was a night where yards and points were at a premium, and the soggy field claimed its first victim early. St. Paul's quarterback Jay Green would suffer a leg injury in the first drive and have to leave the game. After a drive that would eat up the first 6.5 minutes of the game, the Saints get into field goal range. But this 30-yard attempt is wide right, and the Saints come away with nothing. St. Paul's defense holds and forces Baldwin County to punt to the dangerous A.J. Finley. Finley fields the punt and sees an opening. He heads to the right sideline and gets out in front of the defenders. He takes this one into the end zone, but a costly block of the back penalty backs the ball up to the 32. Baldwin County would get a pick and try to get something going. The Tigers' James Stanley gets the call and finds a hole in the Saints' defense. James has the longest run of the half at 20 yards and sets up first and goal at the 6. James gets to finish the job with this 6-yard run over left tackle, getting the Tigers on the board first with just 3:15 left in the half. The PAT would be good, and this one goes to the half with Baldwin County leading St. Paul's 7-0. And St. Paul's would add 17 unanswered points in the second half, including this one that cinches it away, Jordan Ingram. He'll take this ball 26 yards in the slot for the touchdown, and that would cap this game off. And the final in this one is 17-7. St. Paul's pulling out their very first 6A victory in this tough Region 1. And after the game, Coach Steve Mass talked about this jump in classification.
But we know what we're up against. We're not pretending, but we're not going away. We've never shied down from anybody. We won't shy down from anybody right now. We've been a good team. We've been a good team that's been in this region play before. We're learning our ropes a little bit, but I don't care what happens in the next 7 games. If we play with that kind of guts, and that took a lot of guts to do what we did, I'd be proud of them. Week 10, 11, 15, 38th win. I don't care.
And it won't get any easier. They have Blunt next week, and they've got Spanish Fork coming up in a couple weeks. So it's a tough road, but what a great win for St. Paul's tonight. I do want to mention that Jay Green is going to be all right. He had a low ankle sprain. Talked to Coach Mask about that after the game. And what a rebound, what a game for his relief there. That was Bester McFadden, the sophomore, never played in a varsity game before. He led the St. Paul Saints to this victory, and he got the game ball tonight. So congratulations to him. Glad Jay Green's okay, and great start for the Saints tonight, Bree.